Okay. All right. Hey, just want to say, hats off to Eagle Nation for coming out today. It was a sudden change for everybody. The ability to be able to play a game when you got a game canceled, is very invaluable for us. And, hats off to the administration, Jared, Chris, everybody that worked really hard to get that done for us because it was important not to go 3 weeks in between games. And for Eagle Nation to come out and really support us, do an awesome job in Paulson, man, it was great. Very proud of our guys for playing a complete game today. Obviously we'll watch film. There's going to be things that we got to clean up and we got to continue to get better at. But we finally played a full team game. We finally took care of our plan to win like we want to do. And we were able to start and finish a football game. And I think that does a good thing for our guys. Obviously, we're happy with the win. It's time to, reset, move on to that next one because it's going to be a tough one. And we definitely got to have our minds right and ready for that. Appreciate everybody coming out, supporting us. And thank you.
What was the offensive game plan? Coming out there with 3 passing touchdowns. What did you see from the UMass defense there?
Well, the big piece was how hard they were playing our run. We were able to get down in the red zone. I mean, those are plays that we practice all the time. And when someone's really loading up on our run game, we have the ability to do that. A young guy like Bo Johnson who really has athleticism at tight end. And can, do the dirty work that we need to do, but also be able to run routes and go make catches for us. That's big. And then obviously being able to get that play action pass to Malik Murray early on, that was big for us too. So, the big piece is just how hard they were playing to run, and we took advantage of it.
Hey, can I interrupt for a second? Are we picking up all that background noise from the press box?
I don't know where it's coming from.
I don't know if they're muting their mics or not, but much better. I don't hear it now. So,
is there anybody
Coach, let me ask
you, Brian? Okay.
There's only 3 people on there.
Okay, I think we're good, Josh.
Your assessment of the game. How do you feel like you guys played on both sides of the ball? I know you talked about a win's a win, and if we win by 1, we're good with that. But do you feel like putting these guys away like they did is a good thing or something you were looking for?
Yeah. So what we challenged them with this week, and we challenge them with it all the time, but we've only been like 2 of 5 in our plan to win in the first 3 games. And 2 of 5 in our plan to win usually is not a recipe for a victory. Today we were able to go 4 or 5 in our plan to win. The other thing that we've been talking a lot about is how to start a game, how to continue to play our butts off in the game, and how to finish. And I thought our guys did a really good job of that. We were able to score first. We won the middle 8s, and then we finished the ball game. And, the thing that I'm really proud about is it was just not a coach-led football team today, man. There was a lot of player leadership on that field and on that sideline. And I think that we finally played a clean, disciplined game. There's obviously things we can be better at, and we need to continue to get better at. But we did play discipline and we played clean, and that's what we asked them to do.
Hey, Coach, after 3 games that went down to the last play and all the drama on our hearts, what was it like to have a game where it was pretty much decided? Well, when did you think the game was decided, and what was it like to be able to go in the 4th quarter and get in your reserves rather than go down to the last play?
Nathan, I'm going to be honest with you, and I don't know about all the other coaches. I don't know about all the players, but I didn't shut anything down. I didn't feel like anything was over until the final horn blew because we had challenged them to play the game within the game. We had challenged them to start fast. We had challenged them to go finish the first half fast, start the second half fast, and finish the 4th quarter. And that was what I was busy talking about all day to our players. So to be honest with you, I never did relax on it. And I'm not going to the rest of the year. We're going to talk about this throughout the whole season because that's the way we got to play football.
Coach, you were able to get some young kids in. You were able to sit some starters. That's something that you haven't been able to do a lot. How important is that, and what does that do to kind of build depth and help you for the future as well?
Oh, that's huge. We're playing a lot of young guys anyway, especially on special teams, and then especially in the secondary, and then at the receiver position. So we are playing some young dudes, but to be able to get the game under control so that you could get those guys in and get meaningful snaps, that obviously allows for us to build depth and continue to bring those young guys along. Because I'm really excited about our young guys. I think we got a lot of talent. I just think that we've got to get them sharper, more mentally, that mental edge, just so much sharper, so much stronger, and them understand what Georgia Southern football is about. When I talked to them about it, I mean, we got into next man up situations where the next man was up and they had to go perform. And obviously we're going to be able to teach off this film and say, hey man, we need you to raise your level in this situation more. Or, hey man, you did a good job right here, but now let's go be better the next time. So it was very valuable for us.
Talk about the defense getting that shutout. It's one of those kind of milestone things that people look at. Was there talk about it, or was it kind of on people's minds and it's something you just don't talk about? Like, we want that shutout kind of thing.
I'm sure the players were talking about it. I wasn't. I was just reminding them that, especially right there at the end, that we had kicked a field goal and it was 3 points in the fourth quarter, and we needed to make sure they didn't score so that we could win the fourth. And I'm sure our guys were talking about it, but I wasn't bringing it up. I was just, the big piece was, let's play one play at a time. Let's try to finish this football game, and then we'll talk about the shutout when it's over.
Well, you did get the shutout, and everybody's happy about that. But one thing I was thinking about what Raymond Johnson said on Monday about, we don't know much about this team. We're going to expect the unexpected, trick plays, which you had also echoed. Did you see anything unconventional from UMass? Anything out of the blue?
No, there wasn't really anything that I was expecting a lot more, just put it that way. But again, Coach Bell, I know they wanted this game because their guys have been doing really, really well, and they needed, to be able to let them go play a game for all the work that they put in. I know for Coach Bell, man, it's probably tough because, if you opt back into a season 3 weeks ago and you got limited number of practices, sometimes you can't get all that stuff in, and it's hard to work situational stuff. But I did expect more. They didn't really give it to us, but that's okay. Our guys were prepared for it, ready for it, and we're focused in on it.
How big of a weapon is Anthony Beck?
Oh man, Anthony's a huge weapon for us. He's very athletic, got a really strong leg. He's able to flip the field for us, and he ain't gotten many opportunities this year. I'm not sure. I think coming into the game, we've maybe had 8 punts only. And so he hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities. Really wasn't getting a lot of opportunities today until the second half. But when he did get his opportunities, he really made a statement with what he can do. So he is a weapon. And anytime you get in a dogfight and it's a field position game, man, I wouldn't trade Anthony Beck for anybody.
Yeah. Speaking of field position, your defense and the special teams gave the offense a lot of short fields, as opposed to what UMass faced, where they had to go 80, 90 yards relatively often. What does that do for the play calling, and does it give a feel of a downhill effect for the offense where they can do a lot of things?
There's no question. Anytime that you get good field position, I mean, it opens up your playbook. You're able to take more chances, maybe do some things that you couldn't do backed up. So anytime that the defense can get a stop and the special teams can really flip the field for us, that's key. Also, too, for our defense, for us to be able to flip the field and our offense to be able to drive it down the field and flip it for them. Anytime someone has to start, inside the 20 and drive all the way, chances are they're not going to score. And so that's part of our plan to win is flip the field position, change the game with field position. And I thought special teams and defense did a really good job. And then don't forget about the offense, because the offense being able to get it in plus territory always ends up helping that piece out too. So I thought it was a complete game trying to play a good job with the field position.
Thanks, Kitch.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Y'all get reset, man.
We'll talk about Coastal Carolina on Monday, I guess.
Y'all can come hang out with us. We're going to go to work.
Okay.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you,
GATA.
Coach.